Sherif claimed the first ever title on the clay of Palma last September, but she's without any sort of form this calendar year. Just 3 wins so far in 2023. Can she produce an upset today? Paula Badosa was just outside the top 10 at the start of the year, but roll on 3 months and she slipped out of the top 30. The Spaniard, a former semi-finalist here in Charleston, is targeting a return to winning ways after a slump in form. Will this be the week we see the very best of Paula Badosa? I'm Elliot Richardson, bringing you the commentary for this one. It's a jam-packed day 2 of main draw action here at the Credit One Charleston Open after the rain unexpectedly hit us last night. The evening schedule took a whack, but it does mean for all tennis fans we've got 15 singles matches today, and hopefully we'll be finished today. Badosa the heavy favourite for this one, despite some very indifferent form, but she does have a very, very good record here in Charleston. Semi-finalist here 2 years ago, a quarter-finalist here last year. She is expected to come through this one, but don't rule out Sherif. She is a very, very dangerous operator on the clay court, and famously beat Maria Sakkari in that Palma final back in September. Incidentally, Paula Badosa is currently at 33 in the world, at her lowest ranking position since this time 2 years ago. She'll be aiming for a good run this week. Round 1 match between Paula Badosa against Sherif. World number 33 against the world number 62. Spain against Egypt, the 12th seed Badosa, up against the Palma champion Sherif. I expect Badosa to come through this one at the Credit One Charleston Open. Just wonder if Sherif might make things a little bit more difficult than some people may imagine. It's a potentially tricky route to the 3rd round on your screen. The winner could face Leila Fernandez or Kenya Redina, who's beginning to make a name for herself. And Veronica Kudameta, the 5th seed, is potentially lurking in the 3rd round. So it's a pretty hostile part of the draw in terms of the calibre of player that these two could face. It's very, very tricky. These two are going to go deep into this tournament. Paula Badosa, the Spaniard, who moved to Barcelona when she was 7, but was actually born in Manhattan. Her parents are Spanish. She spends a lot of her time in Dubai nowadays, but does still train in Spain. She has been as high as number 2 in the world. That was as recently as April last year. She really has slid. 31 places to be precise, but she is a perennial winner. She has won 3 tour titles, most of them in the last couple of years. Belgrade and Indian Wells, the big one in 2021, that memorable win over Azarenka in the final, and Sydney last January against Barbora Krejcikova, but hasn't actually made a final since. Can she do it this week? Former French Open junior champion. Sherif certainly cannot be discounted, the 26-year-old from Cairo. She is a fair bit down on the top ever rank that she achieved last July. She's a former top 50 player. but has actually slid 10 places in the revised rankings in the past week, in fact, so she's down to 62 at the moment. Very, very powerful player, and this, in fact, is her Charleston main draw debut. And what can she produce today? Pressure certainly off her, but also they haven't met before officially on the WTA circuit, but they have met on the Challenger Tour. And Sherif actually won it 10 years ago in a Challenger event in Salida. And this is the German Miriam Play, who is overseeing the very first match of day 2 today at the Charleston Open. I think across the weather stays like this. The sun is out at the moment. It's a very nice and comfortable 22 degrees. The humidity's gone up a touch since yesterday. But let's just hope the rain stays away. It's not in the forecast, but it wasn't yesterday either. And it is actually expected to get very, very warm in these parts of South Carolina in the next couple of days. Sherif did win the toss and has put Paula Badosa in to serve first. Badosa really does need to win this match. It's not been a good season. She won 16 matches by the time Charleston rolled around last year in 2022, but she's won only 6 heading into Charleston this year. But she is the heavy favourite, as you can see. Many predicting a straightforward success today. But she has won 10 fewer matches in 2023 than at this stage last year. It's quite remarkable, really, the dipping form that Badosa is experiencing. She started the season fairly well, Badosa, with 4 straight wins, including a semi-final run in Adelaide, but hasn't won back-to-back matches at any tournament since. I just wonder if Sherif may well fancy an upset today.
And